Hey gang, this is Bill Storm, your online business coach. Hey, today I want to share with you the 7 not so secret secrets behind my success and how you can model these habits and behaviors in order to be able to achieve similar things in your own life. Now, the reason I call them not so secret secrets is because I don't like the word secrets. A lot of people use that online and in the internet as though there's some magical formula or snake oil that you can take that will magically turn you into a super successful human being. And I want to tell you that that is just not the case, right? If I've been the CEO of my own life, I started my own business 23 years ago. And in order to be successful in the online world or any other world, it is going to take passion, determination, education, and just a whole lot of moxie in order to really be able to succeed long term. Okay, so if you're looking for a the secret elixir that's going to magically make you do it overnight without you having to become more of a person that deserves the kind of success that you're looking for, then you're probably in the wrong place listening to the wrong video. But if you're the kind of person who is passionate and you know that you have something deep down inside of you, you want to be able to do something more and you want to know exactly how to do that and make that work long term, then the 7 not so secret secrets are going to be for you. So the first secret, not so secret secret, is study. Okay, you can become the master of, or you can master anything that you want if you are just willing to put in the time to learn. Jumping in to something with both feet before you know how deep the water is, not such a great idea. Okay, you want to make sure that you're really well educated in the area, in the arena that you are going to enter. Okay, so if you're going to play ball, you want to make sure that you have the skills in order to step onto the field. All right. So I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory here. Back in 1998, when I decided to leave the corporate world and start my own business, the first business that I started was in real estate investment. Okay. Well, at this point, I really didn't know anything about real estate investing at all. Okay. The only reason I got somewhat interested in it is because my father-in-law owned some property, and my wife and I kind of discussed it, and we said, hey, wouldn't it be great if we started buying some property and we could, build up long-term wealth, doing that. And I said, well, okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that. So I'm about, let's see, we got married in 1995. So I was about 25 years old at the time. And we were watching a commercial on television. It was the Carlton Sheets commercial, the no money down real estate commercial. And at the time, we really didn't have a lot of money to be able to invest. And we're watching the commercial, and my wife says, hey, you know what? You should get that because I think you do really well with it. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, that sounds kind of good, but I don't know if we can afford to do that. She says, just do it. And, you'll make it work. Okay. So she had a little bit of confidence in me. That was a good thing. So I went ahead and I ordered the course, and I started really reading the course and listening to the cassette tapes. Right, I'm a little dated here on what was available back then. But anyway, so I started devouring the course and I started learning a lot. And so I decided, okay, well, I've learned a lot, but I don't know enough yet. I need to know more. So I ordered another course from Ron LeGrand, another one of these guys that's, it was in the real estate coaching space. And we decided we were going to take a trip down to Florida. We're going to take a vacation. So we got in the car and we're leaving upstate New York, and we drove all the way down to sunny South Florida, where I am now. And it's about a 24-hour ride. So I took the course and I literally popped the course in, and I listened to this course all the way there, 1,500 miles, 24 hours, all the way there, and I listened to it all the way back, okay? So I put in the time, I put in the reps, I put in the energy in order to get good, to really understand more about what I was going to get myself into, okay? So if you are someone who wants to, get into the online space or to start any business of any kind, be willing to put in the study, right? A formal education is great, but a formal education doesn't necessarily give you the specific specialized knowledge that you need in order to be able to create the business that you need online, okay? So I think Jim Rohn said this: a formal education will get you a job, but self-education will make you wealthy or make you rich. I think is what he said, okay? Number 2, Second, not so secret secret, is you have to make a decision. Okay, Tony Robbins says in order to take the island, you have to burn the boats. I've always said I'm the kind of person that will cross the bridge and cut the ropes, right? If I'm going to war, I don't want to give myself any chance of coming back other than to be victorious. So if you want to be successful, you have to be the kind of person that will make a decision. There is actually two parts to the word decide. I think it comes from the Latin root, and the first part is de, which means from, and side means to cut off. So decide means that you're literally cutting yourself off from any other option other than the one that you're picking. I am very, very good at doing that. Make a decision, right? Leaders are decisive decision makers. Make a decision to go for it. And like Tony Robbins says, to take the island, you have to burn the boats. Don't think about plan B, right? Educate yourself, be prepared, and then go, right? Make that decision. Number three, not so secret, secret. Begin. Zig Ziglar says a lot of the issue with people, why they don't get anywhere, is they're always waiting for the lights to turn green. So if you think about that trip where I left upstate New York to go down to Florida, if I waited for every traffic light to be green before I have actually left, I would never have gotten there, right? So you just have to head out. You have to just go, right? You have to go. You have to begin the journey. Richard Branson, the billionaire that owns, Virgin Records, Virgin Airlines, so on and so forth, he says it this way. He says, you just have to get started and fix shit along the way. Okay, so just being willing to start, right? To just start, not waiting, but creating. You're in creation mode. You're taking something that you're passionate about and you're literally bringing it into the world. And the only way to begin that journey is to take the first step. Number four, not so secret, is work. Okay, you have to put in the reps. Give you a good example. I am a lifelong martial arts enthusiast. And over the past 11 years, I've been studying the art of jujitsu, which is very, very difficult. There's no faking jujitsu. There's no space. There's no room. You can't back up. Once you're engaged, you're engaged. I mean, it really has been great for me as far as a stress relief, but also it's taught me a lot about how to create space when there's no space, how to breathe when it's extremely uncomfortable. And a lot of the people that I meet that train with me will say, "Bill, you're really technical, right? You're really good," which is a great compliment, right? It's a great compliment. How did you get that good? And I said, it's really simple. I show up for class, and then I show up for the next class. So what happens is when you train in the martial arts, you may see the same people every week, but some people train once a week, or they train twice a week. Whereas I was training every day, right? I was going in the mornings and I was basically training, 4 to 5 times a week. So I was basically putting in twice as many reps as someone else. So although I saw them every week and it seemed like we were training the same amount of time, that actually wasn't true. I was actually training at least twice as much as they were. So you have to be willing to put in the work. Number 5, not so secret, is investing, okay? You have to invest in yourself. There are people in the world that I call freeples and cheaples. There are people that want things for free, and there are people that want stuff on the cheap. Anything that is good is pretty much never free, and especially an investment in yourself. You have to put a little bit of fire under your tush, right, in order for you to move. So you have to be willing to invest money in yourself, in your own education in order to level up. And when you seek out the advice of people or you want to learn from someone, if something is offered to you too cheap, it's probably not very good. Okay, so you want to look for people that have the knowledge and skills and someone you're able to mentor that has actually already achieved the result that you're looking for, and then invest in yourself and in them in order for you to get where you want to go. This is hugely important. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on training, whereas someone else who is still stuck has not, right? They're trying to put together a Ferrari with used junk parts that they find online. Number 6, not so secret, is you have to smile more, right? This has to be fun. You have to build a business around something that you're passionate about. Otherwise, you'll never make it. It's just you against the world, right? So if you try to get in on a business and you try to go online because you want to make money, and you're looking for the thing that's going to make you the most money, it's not sustainable. You're not going to be able to do it for long. So you need to look at something that is going to be able to, give you meaning and purpose, that's going to have you get up and really smile every day and really get at it. The other thing that I will say, it's really important about what you put in your mind every day. right? Zig Ziglar says, motivation is like bathing. If you stop doing it, you start to stink. And this is very, very true. You have a choice of whether you smile inside or whether you frown inside. And the things that you put in your mind every day determine how you appear to other people, what your presence is like. Are you enthusiastic? Are you energetic? Are you motivational? Are you on fire, right? Or are you the kind of person that attracts no one, right? You literally the sun comes out when you leave the room, right? We don't want to be that kind of person. And then the last, number 7, not so secret to my success is persistence. Okay. Darren Hardy, who is the publisher of Success Magazine, said that there are 2 keys in order to be successful in life. And one of them is that you have to take daily consistent action, which is huge, right? That's actually huge. We could actually make that number 8, daily consistent action. And the other one is the pig-headed persistence to win, right? You have to be, and I've been called pig-headed before, and that's okay, right? But you have to have the pig-headed persistence to win. You have to have something deep down inside of you that says, I'm called to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. I've got something more inside of me. It's not about money. It's about how good can I become? How can I bring this thing that's in my heart, that's in my calling, the thing that's gnawing inside of me that says, come out, right? Come out, right? There's got to be something inside of you that makes you persist. So the pig-headed persistence to win is absolutely critical. So there's your 7 not so secret secrets. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, please drop me a comment and let me know. And look forward to seeing you on the next video.